Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to React Indie Serial Experiments Lain tonight. We are on episode, I think 11, maybe 12. 12. We're on episode 12. This is the second to last episode. Next episode should be the finale. I'm just going to watch these back to back because I feel like might as well. Though, of course, it's going to be two separate videos for y'all, so sorry about that. Sorry. But last time, we're kind of... I don't know. It's so hard to like recap the show. The kind of like immediate thing we left off on was homegirl Arisu got approached by normal Lain, who had basically like emulated a Navi in her own mind or whatever, and had broken like all the barriers, and basically like normal Lain is just OP at this point. Normal Lain has it all. And so normal Lain pulled up to Arisu and was like, "Girl, I got it. Whatever you want, reality's under my control." She kind of like explained a little bit of, you know, what has been going on and how like another Lain had done all the stuff that had to do with Arisu's secrets, right? The whole peeping on Arisu's secrets, all that. Normal Lain was like, "No, that was other Lain. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. You gotta trust me," you know. And it left off in a really ominous way where, like, Arisu's at the school, she looks over at Lain, and then like all of reality disappears, and it's just Lain like smiling at her, and then everybody's gone, and I don't know, it's just they're playing with reality in a really interesting but really kind of scary way. With Lain being the scary part. I can't tell, like, I don't even know if Arisu's really real. I kind of hope she is. Cause I don't know, there's such focus on Arisu as a character that her being like a real human that's caught up in whatever's going on with Lain could make sense, or Arisu could be like a manifestation of something within Lain being put out into a separate person. Though I don't know, we're really gonna have to see. A big kind of thing as well was like their use of shadow was pretty evident last episode, with normal Lain having this really Lain having this really exaggerated like undulating shadow while nothing else in the environment did. And that kind of contributed to everything in the environment looking not quite real, including Arisu, including all the rest of the, you know, everybody else. So maybe Lain's the only like real thing, because of her shadow, and that's kind of like cluing in on that. Or, I don't know. Who friggin' knows? I mean, with how much the Wired and like normal reality have like become one, it's hard to say that like the normal world and like shadows and all these rules don't like really make sense. Like, it's all just the Wired at this point, right? I mean, and Lain's got control over all the Wired, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. But honestly, let's just jump to this episode, see what happens. We'll save most of the talk for after, and get into this. It will be a forehead episode. I know, it's so exciting. We haven't had one in a minute. Actually, don't know if we have or not. But let's get into this in 3, 2, 1, bang! Oh. What are they going to do this time? What are they going to do this time? That's the big question. That is the big question. I did have to go to a news source, so that subtitles will look a little bit different, but hopefully you don't mind. I am drinking a fruit punch. Let me show it off. It's one of these. Oh, yeah. That's what we like to see. I don't know, man. I don't even know. I just, like... Like, emotionally, I care about Lain to a degree, right? Because she just really does seem like a not quite like naive, but just like a little girl who has been caught up in something way beyond her understanding and is just trying to figure it out. And she's nervous and she doesn't really want to be here and doing this, but she kind of has to. So, like, I'm kind of here on normal Lain. And then, like, other Lain, who's been, like, doing all this stuff in the Wired mostly. You know, other Lain, you know who I'm talking about when I say other Lain. Like, she's pretty chill as well, because she hasn't really done anything bad. And then there's evil Lain, which we don't like, right? And we've talked about, like, maybe this is an id. I don't know, actually, if I talked about this. I might have just wrote this in a comment, which shout out to the comments per usual, love the discussion. But, like, the id, ego, super ego connection, where it's, like, the different Lains are the different parts of her consciousness. Or subconscious, it's just the different parts of her, like, split into different manifestations. In which case, I'm fine with friggin' ego up, right? I just ain't a huge fan of the id. I ain't much of an id kind of guy. Yeah, hopefully Arisu's real. because Arisu's the other character that I actually care about. Normal Lain exclusively, not the rest of the lanes, and then Arisu. Though I don't even know if they're real. Oh shoot, subtitles. Oh my gosh, I forgot about subtitles. I'm just gonna keep going. Ooh, okay, so she's like gained understanding of the world. Probably through the whole connection, right? She's fully tapped in, downloaded all the information. Oh, this is a trippy one. It's like clouds. You can see clouds in the background as the realities have like connected. That's kind of cool. I'm here for it. The hum of the electrical cable is very welcoming. What's up, Arisu? How are you feeling? You've been getting the short end of the stick recently. Oh. Lain, what are you saying over there? I don't know. That's not even like Lain, is it? Lain doing too much. Stop looking at me like that. She's scary, dude. It just cuts her looking straight at Arisu. I'd look away too. Poor Arisu. Is that phone ringing? Okay. Is she getting a message? It's just a picture of Lain's face again. Oh. You should just rewrite bad memories. This is from Lain, by the way. No, I want to keep my bad memories. I got to use those to learn. Whoa. Lain sent that without even having to tap in. That's crazy. Oh shoot, this is crazy. Oh. So you're made up of other people's interpretations of you? We're doing that? We're going there? That's very Evangelion. But then who's evil Lain? Or like all the different... that's interesting. Oh, well, at least other Lain would be the Lain that the Wired believed in. Normal Lain's the Lain of, like, that's the school believing in. Evil Lain, I don't know. I kissed an angel. Hey, my boy did. My boy did lock lips with Lain. Taro, honestly, kind of a Chad. He did something that... What is going on? I saw Lain in that. Oh, this is the like wired reality mishmash here. It's kind of scary. With all these like spires. It's like very alien. Stop gumming in my computer, dude. What are you, like a fish? It looked like she was... Okay. Oh, this is trippy. I feel like they're talking to me. I feel like they're talking to me. Okay, get out of the airwaves, Lain. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna have to run that back. Okay, 5:30. That was an interesting line. We must abandon it. Wait. Whoa, what is going on in the background there? They're getting weird with it. I wasn't ready. I'm honestly too entranced by whatever's going on in the background to really be reading this. Okay, so we are machines. We must learn ourselves and then abandon what we don't need. Maybe? Originally. Did that change? What'd you do? What? As they once were. Oh, you reconnected everybody? Like, completely? Lain, why does it look like you have no arms? Oh, she's just chilling in her little, like, dress. Who is it? Is there someone walking? No, it sounded like somebody was walking up behind her. The cities are clean, but empty. And also, who was speaking? Who was narrating that bit? Was that like one of the scientists that created the Wired or something? Oh, red dots? What's up? What's up with you? How you doing, my guy? I forgot your name, but you had a name. Yeah, y'all didn't succeed in your mission. I mean, yeah. The Knights, right? They're talking about the Knights. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Enough about Eiri. I don't screw that guy. Well, I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if you would want to say dead, but yeah, I mean, he's not really dead. He's in the Wired. Not that this guy would know, but you know. What's about to happen? Someone's pulling up on him. Hello? Roll down the window, say what's good. Yee! Hello? What's up, man? Who is it? Eiri, Lain, somebody we don't know. Okay, somebody we don't know. Their client, perhaps? The person they were working for. Oh, here's your payment. Here's your briefcase. Yeah, bro. I don't recognize this guy. I mean, can you leave town? Is the entire world connected? How far is Lain? Like, you know? Oh, that's a good move. Go wherever the wire just isn't. Well, yeah, that's a good point as well. Like, is there like some remote island? Or a bunker? How deep do we gotta go? Lead? Tinfoil? How do we block the signal? Okay, so this is probably one of the scientists that created the Wired. Okay. Sure, man. The Rapture. We're doing a Rapture, or we're doing something. We're doing a little instrumentality up in this hoe. I'm here for it. Let's do it. I guess. Oh, it's happening right now. What are you doing? He's dancing. Oh, he's seeing something. Oh, you're gonna see it too. What am I looking at? Oh, he took it off. He took his goggles off. He's looking in there. He's looking in his eyes. It's Lain. Lain's inside of his mind. Lain, get out of there. He's dead. Lain, did you just like unplug him? She unplugged him. She's here. Oh, she looks like a little zombie. Is that her? Why is it so realistic? Oh, he's donezo. Okay, rip those guys. They got laned. They got laned hard. I don't know why Lain would want to come get him. I mean, maybe that's evil Lain, but like, I don't know. If you're, oh, Arisu, I don't even care. Screw what I'm talking about. Her walking there, she looks like a bowling pin in that. Okay, now she looks like a character again. Lain's house. It looks even bigger. The massive cable. Poor Arisu doesn't deserve whatever's about to happen. Arisu's been a good person this entire time. I think that she's real. I think these people are real. It's just that real means like the real world, and the Wired, as it's kind of gone over the real world, is just like able to smother these people out of existence. Or like, is that red and blue paint? I don't understand the blue. It's not blood then, right? Oh, that's horrible. I mean, it has to be blood. That looks like blood. I don't know. Is there blue blood? Are we doing blue blood? A Martian? It's interesting though. It's like, still took your shoes off, respectable. Outside with Lain, she was looking out in the city and everything was clean and clear, but like inside her own house, it's a complete mess. Please don't rewrite her memories or anything, Lain. I don't know. She already probably has a ton. I don't even know what's going on. How's it smell? Not good. Oh, is she going back down? Oh, it's a sister. What's good with you? I thought you were gone. I didn't realize you were still around. Oh, that's a horrifying scene. It actually looks like a haunted house. Come on, Arisu. You gotta tighten up. Face this surrealist nightmare. Yes, she's gone. That's what we like to see. Get in there. Or leave. I don't even know why you're here. I would have just rang the doorbell and knocked on the door. And if she doesn't come down, I'm not going inside. You see that place? I ain't touching that. Or just text Lain. It's okay. What are you about to see? Please don't be super horrible. This is Lain's room, I'm thinking. I mean, that's what I think, Arisu. Do you agree? I think we are on the same page. Oh, poor Arisu is so out of her element. Don't knock that over. Oh, Lain's drowning in the cables. Good morning. I didn't realize you were still in there. She's still all plugged in. I came for you. Wait, this is kind of high. Okay, so she was still plugged in. It's not like she had made the transfer and then unplugged. She's remained plugged. That's a kind of an important distinction. Why did you leave only me? Okay. Only left her memories alone. Yeah, Lain, can you explain that? I don't even know, man. Yeah, I mean, Lain didn't do it out of, like, malice. I think she does care about Arisu. See the way she creeping towards her like a cat? Even without connecting with me. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. Despite not being connected, we were friends. What are you about it? What are you? Yeah, I'd be backing up too. When did they separate? I didn't realize we had separated. It doesn't matter which is real, this side or the other. What a fire line. I'm a program designed to destroy the barrier. Okay, so she's lit like software, like, you know, You're just applications. That's kind of rude. It's weird though, because it's like, are we saying, how literal is this? I mean, I don't know. Like, application could just be another word for soul at this point, or whatever. Oh, Arisu's reaching out to her. Arisu's the realest one. I don't understand what you're saying, but I think you're wrong. That's kind of where I'm at too, Arisu. Aww. The realest one, the best character this entire time has been Arisu. I don't think I'd be able to laugh in this situation. Don't do something. It's pounding because I'm scared. She say that with a straight face. She says that with the straightest face. I'm terrified for my life. But she's keeping it together. I've always been scared. I wonder why. That's Eiri talking. What's up? Oh, okay. Arisu can't hear it because she's not in the wired where Lane's in both right now. But we're already connected on a different level. No, don't debug me. So he's pretty much her creator. Oh shoot. You're talking to God? That's right. Why do you have red stripes on your face? What you did was to remove devices from the wired. Okay. Okay, I have no idea what the last 3 lines meant. What do you mean, remove TVs? Good line. Good line. Who gave you those rights? Program that inserted code synced to the Earth's frequency into the 7 code. Okay. The collective unconscious to the conscious level. The collective unconscious to the conscious level. The collective... She got him. I don't know. Oh, shoot. You're not the real God. Who's your creator, dog? With no body you can't understand. She's not even connected anymore. She just let it all fall from her being. Arisu's shaking so much. I gave you an ego. Who gave you your ego, dog? That's a good point. That's a good point. I got him. Later. What are those? Organs? Is he creating a body? Oh, that's horrible. Isn't an upper layer. What is he? But we aren't in the wired. Oh, that's a good point too. That's what I... You're just standing in for someone? That's actually so good. Poor Arisu, man. She's having to deal with the thing. Entire flesh monstrosity. There's eyeballs. Don't bite her. Oh, the system. Okay. Everything's tripping. It's okay, Arisu. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Arisu. It's okay. Lain will protect you. Lain's got OP powers because she back. I guess maybe she was. Wait, maybe she was God. Because there was a God before he was God. Because he's... Dude, look at that. That's sick. She just clumped it all on him. In the episode. That's okay. That's okay. I actually need the time to process that. I'm not even going to watch the ED unless there is a post-credit scene. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's not. Wow. Okay. We gotta look at a couple things real quick. So... He is... Wait, okay. I have the right. Humans who are further evolved than others have the right to these abilities. And she says, who gave you those rights? Like, why do you even have that? And then he started to realize that he, like, was the god of the wired, I guess? Right? And so he spread her through the wired, made her omnipresent, gave Lain being. But then Lain's like, okay, well, if you did that for me, then who did that for you? Like, and his only reply is, I'm different. And then he turns into a flesh monster. So it seems like what they're saying is that he stepped in as God once the wired and reality became one. Or up until okay, so before the wired existed, there was a God or something. And then once the wired was created, up until now, he's been God because he's the god of the wired. Up until now, though, in which Lain seems to have just, like, beaten him or done something to him or just told him, yeah, there's another god, or you're not really a god. You're just, right now God, but now you're not God anymore. But who's God now? Are you God, Lain? I don't even know what Lain is still. And what was that thing they said at the beginning? It wasn't even what they said. It was what Lain said to me. People only have substance within the memories of others. I was just inside all sorts of people, that's all. People only have substance within the memories of others. There's a me that exists within... Okay, I'm going to talk to you. Lain's talking to me. I'm going to talk to you. So there's a me that exists within your brain right now. The part that I don't get, though, is only. Because even if you didn't exist, I would still exist. Right? And I have substance. I exist. I don't need you to verify my existence through your memories. But I can understand the idea that her, Lain, or like you thinking of me, your memories of me, could form into a separate, could take shape in the wired as a separate me, which is kind of what it feels like where all the different Lains came from, where other Lain came from the idea of Lain being brought together by the collective unconscious of the wired. And that, everybody thinking of Lain made that into Lain, who, fought against the Knights and sought to uncover the secrets of the wired, or whatever. Normal Lain... Didn't God just say Eiri guy? Didn't Eiri just say that he gave her a body? With no body, you can't... I gave you a body here in the real world. Huh? Okay, so did you, make a deal and, talk with Lain's parents? And it was like, okay, your daughter really is just... I'm going to put the soul of Lain into this flesh body. Like, your daughter really is just going to be a vessel for this wired person, which is Lain. I guess. No, I do really like the line that she said where the wired isn't an upper level of reality or whatever. That was interesting to me. Because I've kind of thought of it as an upper thing, as an above, but they straight up say it's not. Gave you an ego. The wired isn't an upper layer of the real world. Yeah. Then what? It's a... Okay, so the wired is a thing that the unconscious connection of the minds was inside. So, everyone was connected unconsciously, subconsciously, and then something happened and they weren't. I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that spot. And then the wired was them getting reconnected because they were all connected within the wired because it's the transmission of information between people. And then Lain was the program that was created to break the bridge between the wired and the real world to make everybody reconnect again. So Lain is the creature, is the being that is meant to reconnect humanity through the wired. And she was created by Eiri, I guess, in both she was given a body in the real world, so she does exist in the real world as a person, I guess. But she also existed within the wired because she was a program, you know, probably. I think she was made when the wired was made, right? Like foundation. I'm pretty sure she was foundational when we talked to like all the different, like the eyeball and the floating eyeball, the floating mouth, the floating arm, those guys. I think Lain was primordial, whatever, to the wired. So from the beginning of the creation of the wired, which Eiri, I think, worked on the wired, she was a program that was meant to attach the wired in the real world and then break the barrier between them. That makes sense. And then she was given a body into the real world, which means that everybody still exists. Arisu exists as a person in the real world, and befriended the Lain, who, and the Lain she was talking to was the physical body of Lain, which Eiri put Lain into, or gave Lain a physical body. That's where I'm at. That's what we're thinking. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm here for all that. That all kind of makes sense to me. The thing at the beginning. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. I had no idea the word was so simple. She has gotten all the information. She's fully plugged in. She begins to see, like, and understand reality. It's pretty sick. You should just rewrite bad memories. It feels like this Lain is like, I don't know. It's weird because I still recognize normal Lain, and it's like this Lain that Arisu was seeing isn't normal Lain. And maybe I should replace normal Lain with like flesh Lain. Flesh body Lain. Because that's who normal Lain is. It's the Lain that is currently plugged in to the world. So this is more of an other Lain situation that's made up of everybody's perceptions of Lain. And memories of Lain. Which, because Lain erased and changed all those memories, that's why she's so different. Because And that's why Arisu's so confused, because Arisu's memories weren't changed, but everyone else's were. So to Arisu, Lain doesn't make any sense because she remembers Lain being different. But since everybody's memories got changed, that's why Lain's different in the first place, because everyone's memories got changed. Okay, boom, I like it. Where else? There weren't a lot of me's. I was just inside all sorts of people. So like, maybe the evil Lain was the Lain within like the night members or something like that. I don't know. The different types of people that knew Lain were the ones that freaking made all sorts of the different Lains, or I don't know. Taro, Giga Chad, I kissed an angel. Good job, bro. Appreciate it. This chunk I wanted to go back to. Okay, not Lain looking like she's a goldfish. All the functions of the human body, without exception, so we're making an all statement, all functions of the human body can be put into words and described in materialistic terms. I guess the body, it depends on what you're saying by body. The body is nothing but a machine. But they're not saying the body is all there is to a person, right? And then if the physical, because yeah, mankind's evolution stretches beyond the physical limitations of the body. Or maybe. Wait, I'm actually don't know. If our had already been decided by a god that doesn't even exist themselves. The information Eshin said humans isn't only that which what? They themselves have required individuals. Okay, this part is where I'm starting to get really confused. Evolved by their own power, but to do that, they must first know what they truly are. What do you think you are? That's what you have done, Lain, so you can do anything you want. Okay, so I think that's what they're talking about there is everyone's connected. How was that? That was like that's the line. That's the line from episode 2. Everyone's connected. And So you are more than just yourself as an individual because of that connection. And you're connected to your predecessors. You're connected to all of humanity. Well, predecessors, does that mean even people that are dead? I mean, maybe, probably at this point. Yeah, the information etched inside humans isn't only that which you've acquired as individuals. So but how does that connect to the all functions of the body can be described in materialistic terms? That's where the break is for me. Because if you're saying that all information can be put in, or all human body can be put in materialistic terms, I would probably agree with you, but it depends on what you mean by body. Because if by body you include like let's say there's a soul, right? In this, there is something that is kind of like a soul, because Lain had a self in the wire that was put into a flesh body. So when you look at normal Lain, there's more than just a flesh body, right? Like there is a soul that was put into that vessel. So if you're saying that all functions of the human body, which excludes the soul, we're just talking the body, we're just talking the living sack of moving meat, bones, nerves, and whatever, can be described in materialistic terms, that's probably true. We might not have the terms yet because we don't perfectly understand the body, but it exists materially as opposed to like, what's the word? Metaphysically, right? I think metaphysically is the term. It exists here as opposed to on another level that we couldn't describe with here terms. That makes sense, but it needs all functions of the human body needs to exclude soul. I think they are excluding soul. And then they're saying the soul itself is linked to the predecessors. The soul is linked to everything. We're all connected. They're also talking about the limitations of the body put in by God. Yeah, so if the limitations of the body restrict evolution, it would be the fall of man, which is the species of man, had already been decided. Like, it's already over. We were done from the get-go if the physical limitations restrict our evolution. But it doesn't seem that they are. Well, do they restrict our evolution? Lain's not really a human, so it's hard. I can't really prescribe, like, I can't use her as an example of whether evolution has been, like, ended or not. Mankind can evolve by their own power. So they are saying that the physical limitations put in by God, which a God that doesn't exist, I don't know who's narrating this, but the physical limitations aren't enough because afterwards they say that mankind can evolve, so they aren't enough. Evolve by their own power. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta understand yourself. What are you? And then you can grow on a level beyond your body or something like that. And then Lain's having a good time looking out into the world. Who is this? Which Lain are you? Are you flesh Lain? Are you Lain made up of people's, the wired's perceptions? Are you Lain made up of the people's wired perceptions but evil? Are you Lain made up of your school's perceptions? Are you Lain made up of the school possessions of the fake memories? Who are you? Man, I don't freaking know what's going on with these two guys. They just got destroyed. One of the Lanes found them, hunted them down, killed them after this guy was like, oh, it's been done. So, get rolled, I guess. I don't have much to say on that one. Though, man, I was actually really here for Lain, like, spooky crawling towards Arisu like that. That was really, like, sweet. In a really, like, twisted way. Where it's, like, Flesh Lain really does care about Arisu, and it's like, Arisu's the one person she connected with without being connected. You know, everyone's connected unconsciously or whatever, but even in that gap where we weren't, even in that gap where people were individuals again, because they were saying that was a thing, even then we still were able to connect, and that's like really special, you know. I don't know, I was really here for that. That was really sweet. You don't need bodies. That's cool though. You know what's really cool? Arisu or Lain here says like you don't need bodies, which is like reminiscing the talk that one of the Lanes was having with the Chisa and the guy from episode 2, because they were saying like you don't need bodies, like get rid of your body, come join us, or I don't know, I don't all that stuff, right? But then so Lain posits that to Arisu, and Arisu says you're wrong. you're alive, and then connects with her. Like, despite us being two separate flesh individuals, our relation and our connection between each other were enough. Like, we don't need to literally be connected from an information level to be connected and to have such a strong relationship. And I think they connected through the beating. I mean, they were even both saying things at the same time because, like, even as individuals, they were on that same wavelength. But not in a weird, creepy, wired way, but just as two homegirls hanging out. And then homie walks in and says, oh, it's all just in her brain. We can change that. Connect with her. We can become one. Do all your stuff. And then Lain says, you're wrong. Why are you God? Who made you? And then he has an existential crisis and deletes him. And then forms a body, and then she destroys the body, and he's gone. So, GG, I guess. I really like this episode. I just love Arisu. I love Arisu, and I love Lain. Like, Flesh Lain. And seeing them two just interact is really sweet. Because it's like all this like horror. Well, the horror, yeah, I mean a horror. All the horror, all the like surrealness, all the reality shifting, all the whatever, is so like so kind of like, I don't know, like threatening, and kind of makes me kind of what am I trying to say? Their relationship between Lain and Arisu just feels so pure and so real, you know? It just really, it reminds you that, like, they're just two people just talking, and they're just individuals, and that's something I understand, right? All this surreal layer reality stuff around them is going on, but that doesn't stop or get in the way of them two just having a conversation like that. So there's a lot of, like, sweetness mixed into that I'm really here for. But honestly, I think that'll do it for this episode, episode 12 of Serial Experiments Lain. Next episode, the finale, I'm about to watch it. You'll probably have to either wait like 3 to 4 days, or maybe it's already out because you're from the future. If you're from the future, what's up? If you're from the present of when, well, you're from the future no matter what. It's I'm not trying to get that meta with it. I'm not trying to tangle our minds like this. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I sure did. If you like the video, subscribe if you're new, blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate it. Comment down below if you want to talk about the show, of course. But until then, until next episode, that's all I got for you tonight. Peace.